Today we're going to talk about the Brow Chicka Wow Wow set. It is a luxe line from Perma Blend. When you open the box, there's a chart, a beautiful color chart. There's so much information in this color chart. You have the colors, but you also have the opacity of the color, the temperature of the color. You have the pigments that were used in this brow set here. I love this set. I think that it covers everything that you would need. It starts with toasted almond, which is a very light color, chestnut. Then we get into medium browns with the Java and the Foxy Brown and the coffee. And then we get into our darker with black umber and mahogany. I put in a modifier here, True Copper, so that any of these can be warmed up. But what's really great about the Perma Blend sets, you guys, is that you can mix any of these colors together to create a million other colors. No matter what client walks in your door, you don't have to have the exact color. You can blend your own colors. And again, we go back to being able to play and playing with your colors and understanding what the mix looks like, understanding that, okay, if I add the modifier, this is how much warmth I get, or if I add shading solution, this is how the pigment color changes. When you look at this color, Foxy Brown, it's part of the EU Brow Chicka Wow Wow set. These are the colors that are in it, and this is the order of the colors. So it's got 138, TiO2, red 170, and the last ingredient is black. It's obviously we need black to create brown. I know that this was made with the 138, which is not the warmer yellow, it's the cooler yellow, and white. So I'm gonna have some opacity here. And then the red and the black to create the perfect brown color for this. I'm gonna take Foxy Brown and I'm gonna use the modifier here and we'll see what that looks like. This is my drawdown of Foxy Brown. Again, it is a neutral brown, great color, very versatile. I'm gonna show you when I add shading solution to Foxy Brown. I'm gonna add 3 drops of shading solution and see if I get a change in the color. But what I'm doing with the shading solution is I'm lessening the pigment load, so I'm softening the color a little bit. The shading solution changed the mass tone. It also changed the undertone. It lightened it. If I were going to do a hair stroke with straight Foxy Brown, but I wanted a lighter background under those hair strokes, I would probably use the Foxy Brown straight with a little bit of a modifier and then dilute it with the shading solution for a softer look in the background. Let's take a look at the darkest color in the set, which is Black Umber. If I took Black Umber, but I wanted to not have it so black, I could go to Coffee. So we'll do a side-by-side with Coffee and Black Umber. So excited when I do drawdowns. I just love to see the differences in the colors and the undertone and the mass tone. This is Coffee, and I'm going to mix the both because Black Umber might be too dark for a client that maybe a fits 4 wants a dark brow, but not this dark, and Coffee is too light. I can take Coffee, add a drop of Black Umber, and create another color. Okay, so now this is a blend of Coffee and Black Umber. So I created another beautiful brown. I can darken any of these, or I can lighten any of them. Let's take Coffee and I'll lighten it with toasted almond. This is straight Coffee. I took Coffee and toasted almond and I lightened up Coffee a little bit. You can see here, you might not notice it as much, but look at the mass tone down here. Look how dark that is, and then with the toasted almond in it, I lightened it up. So there are many shades to be made and a lot of fun to be had. With this set, you'd be hard-pressed to not come up with the color that you needed. So you really can make almost any color that you need. And that's what I love about these sets.